Good morning, everyone. This is Meg's little house in the country, and we've got a beautiful, beautiful day today. I'm going to try to get a little yard work done before I have to go to work. I hope I got a little more rest last night. I was so tired yesterday. But now that I got my string trimmer restrung, I need to start using it. I've got some areas that really need some trimming, and so we're going to see how well I did on the restringing. I still got a little battery juice I need to use up. I don't actually charge this battery until it's run down completely. So yeah, no excuses. Gotta get it done now. Well, I got sunglasses on because my old safety glasses, the inside coating on them is just really peeling so much you can't see through it. So I do need to trim down along this where my asters are. They need to be trimmed down just a little bit. And next month they will start blooming, but I don't want them very tall. So I'm going to trim that down, and then I'm going to trim this down. I should have been keeping this mowed, but you know how it is. You don't always get to everything. So I'm going to take the string trimmer and I'm going to see what I can get trimmed down, and then I can come in and mow the rest. But I got to get this all trimmed down too. So I'm going to get you set up and we'll do some string trimming here and see how well I did at restringing my trimmer. Yeah, we got crop duster out. I think it did pretty good before my battery went dead. Cleared out the weeds in front of the window. I trimmed down the asters. Asters do need to be trimmed if you don't want them getting too tall, and I like mine at about 14 inches tall when they bloom. I don't like the bed being that much bigger than what it is. So now I will have a nice short border here, and when they bloom in August, I'll have a short border of green covered in purple flowers. I still got to get in here, and I've, darn thing flipped on me. Anyways, yeah. I do have to get in here, and I have to get the bindweed pulled out. You can see we got bindweed in here. Gotta get all that pulled out. Well, that's doing pretty good. And yeah, the battery went dead, so I need to take it off and let it charge. But I started here at the thickest area. I didn't get this spot because I've got some Dame's rocket that's blooming here, and I think I'll let it continue going to seed. But yeah, I gotta do a little hand weeding here around the Dame's rocket. But now it's short enough that I can bring in my push mower and get some of this. I'll come back with the weed whacker and get the rest of this all chopped down. and ready to be mowed. I did hand pull out some thistles because the string trimmer doesn't cut through these thick stems too well. So I have to pull them out. But yeah, I'll get all the rest of this done this evening when we get home. And the battery has had time to get charged up. So, I guess I did a good job. And yeah, I'm going to have to clean the bindweed off of that. But now I got to take my battery off and get it charged up. And I think I did a good job with the string trimmer. Look at that. We still got plenty of string on here. So it is back in business, which means I get to do a lot of work. Oh boy. And I need to water that iris bed really good and get it weeded. It is, just look at it. It's full of bindweed, grass. It's got some asters coming up, and I don't want asters coming up in my irises. Asters can stay over there. Irises here. And I need to clean out this side of the bed. I don't have very many bulbs, and I want to get some my mom has some irises that are gold and maroon colored, and I'd like to get them planted in this bed. So yeah, I got to get this watered really good so I can pull up anything that is not iris, except of course my Virginia creeper. And I've got to get this bottom edge tied to the wall so it's flat. All right. Other things to do this morning is water all the pots. We'll get the morning chores done and be right back. In fact, let's see, do we have the water? Water's already hooked up. Let's come over here. Oh, water is turned on. Guess I don't have any excuses. Let's see. Whoop, we're in business. Time to water, everybody. It's going to be another hot day in the 90s. Yes, it did get up in the low 90s yesterday, despite the fact that we got some cloud cover during the day. Most of the day, it was kind of hot and humid all day yesterday. I think this is chamomile, and my second tier is supposed to have sage. I'm not sure about the third tier. It might be thyme. And the fourth tier is just barely starting to sprout here. So, I don't know. We'll water this little nasturtium I got in there. Get my other plants here well watered. There we go. Let's go water the strawberries, which are doing okay for the most part. They are supposed to be ever-bearing strawberries, and they're all summer long, but I think they would do better at bearing all summer long if they had more room to spread their roots. Strawberries apparently like to have lots of room for their roots. Alright. Let's get this all well watered. Everybody gets a little drink of water here. We'll water all the pots. Okay. And we'll go check on everybody else and see how they fared after yesterday's windstorm. Yeah, that was quite something. I was sitting in the parking lot at the grocery store, and winds came up just as I was getting ready to pull out, and boy, they were just felt like it was trying to toss my car. Oh, look how big that thing's gotten now. How did I get so zoomed in again? Yeah, that's literally grown. It's getting really close to the top of that cage. It wasn't that big a few days ago. Zucchinis are getting huge. Nasturtiums need to be cut back a little. Nasturtiums, by the way, are edible. I could make a salad out of those if I wanted to. Well, we did get a little breakage on this stem, but otherwise, no wind damage. Oh yeah, look at that. Those are doing so good. Yeah, really good there. They like that spot so much better. I'm glad I swapped and put this one over here. I'm glad I swapped everybody around. They're doing much better in this spot. Oh, you're doing good? Ooh, I got a little gift from my ground cherries. Oh, let's see. Oh, got another one down under here. You can always tell they're ripe when they fall off and they're papery. But ground cherries are getting big. They're doing great. And look at how my carrots have just exploded. Carrots have just exploded and they're filling in. I like to think this little tomato is doing better. That one is doing a whole lot better. Yeah, I hope it's doing better. In fact, that everybody else looks like they're just doing amazingly good. Oh, come on, peas. Peas are doing good. They are filling in nicely. Let's get them in and around. Come on, you need to go in somewhere here. Push you in. Yeah, but the peas are doing good. A little debris from the wind. But tomatoes are looking great. Look how tall they're getting already. And this one is going to do well. The other one, I'm pretty sure, is up and died. But everybody looks good. That melon is really kind of taken over this whole area. I think I am going to swap it with the pot over there and just push it all the way and let it fill in that end. It will probably do much better over there. At least it's on wheels, so I can push it. Now let's go check out and see how the pumpkins did. Oh, some of my clippings blew off the pile. I'm going to have to pick those up and put them back on. Alright, they got way tossed last night, but that seems to not have bothered them too much. Let's redirect you. I got that vine's trying to go into the lawn. Let's send it off here this way. Keep it in the garden. Got another vine trying to grow into the lawn, and we'll turn it and keep it in the garden. Yep, I guess I'd better refill that bird bath before I go to work too. some more of my apples, so I guess this is all the apples we got today. This year we're down to 6 apples. Nope, 7, 8. We just lost 4, 5, 6. We lost 6 apples last night. Darn. And they're too tiny and too green to even consider trying to eat, so we'll just throw them in the garden to decompose. Dang, that's sad. That tree only put out a few blossoms this last year, and the other one didn't bloom at all, so. Yes, and we're going to have to redirect this vine as it gets bigger. Unfortunately, it is one of the larger pumpkins, so yeah. So it's going to be a slow redirect. We can't actually just move it as quickly as I'd love to move it. I've got to slowly, every day, kind of just angle it a little more and a little more until I got it going in that direction. Not like the more slender vines where you can actually just pick them up and move the whole thing that way. See? Just like what I did there. Picked it up and moved it. But yep, everybody's doing good. I'm trying to keep them in rows for right now. Let's get you going that way. Tomorrow I'll have neighbors that are going to come and try to help me weed this. I'm going to try to come through and see if I can get some bigger stuff out and some thistles. Yeah, get my vines all. I try to keep them in rows initially. I know they're not going to stay in rows, and eventually they're just going to take over the whole entire pumpkin patch. And a month from now, you won't even see the tires or anything, because this will just be a sea of pumpkin leaves and vines. I do have to come out here though before I water again, and I've got to stack up more cinder blocks to get this sprinkler way up high above the vines. Look at how nicely these things they're just doing really great. Oh, they're taking over so quickly. But yeah, pumpkin vines are doing awesome. We've got some double vines here. See if I can redirect them a little bit, because I want them to go this way and not that way. That way is out into the lawn. This way is farther into the garden. Just like this one, it's heading for the lawn. So now, got a little vine there. We'll send this vine that direction. This vine will, let's see, we'll get it going in this direction. There we go. Okay. Ooh, this one grew real fast. It wasn't that long, a day or two ago, but now look at it. Very long. Oh, they are doing amazing. They've gotten so huge so quickly. And I've got to get a few of you that got blown under the fence back on your side of the fence, so the fence can support them as they get taller, because the winds tend to blow them up against the fence. And so I've found if they're on this side of the fence, I had them first couple of years this side of the fence, I had to keep time on the fence so the wind was blowing them into the garden. So I then started putting my sunflowers on this side of the fence, and the fence actually supports them, and so they do not get blown into the... Okay, let's try not to join the sunflowers. I've got vines trying to grow straight towards the sunflowers. So we're going to move this that way and redirect it to this vine so it will grow. Oh, God. I want you staying out of the sunflowers. Okay, let's get this one back where yeah, I've got some that I think are actually going to get tall this year the way they're supposed to. I mean, I plant those giant ones that are supposed to get 12 feet tall, and last year they were so shrimpy little. But it's getting them back on their side of the fence and keeping them growing there. I think they're doing good though. I think they're doing good. We might actually get a few tall ones with great big flower heads this year. So, looks like everybody weathered the windstorm yesterday pretty well. And, yeah, boy, the pumpkin patch is just looking amazing this year. I expect we're going to get a lot of pumpkins. And I didn't lose too many peaches off my small tree, which is what I was afraid of. Gotta give it another good big soak. And fortunately I didn't get any broken branches off the big tree. But I am going to have to come out here and just do the tough job of thinning out this fruit, because there is just too much, and it's already, they're tiny and green. They won't ripen till September, and they are already weighing the branches down a whole lot. And then this tree is going to have to get some pruning come early spring before it leaves out, so that I can maybe reduce the chance of it limb breakage. I need the good limbs to actually be a whole lot stronger. And I wish this tree had grown a whole lot straighter, but that was my fault. I didn't stake it up early on, and so now it's growing crooked. But yeah, we're gonna have to shorten up a few of these really tall limbs come early in the spring, and get this thing to be a little more productive, and with less chance of breaking limbs. Best to prune them back before they start breaking. And also I need to mix up some tree food. As you can see, the leaves are looking a little yellow, so that means it's a little low on nitrogen. It needs some vitamins, and I've got a whole gallon of vitamins for my trees. In fact, I'll mix it up and give them all some. And look at that. We got a waning moon up in the sky. It's starting to shrink. I think it's shrinking. Is it waning? Yeah, I think it's waning. If it was waxing, it would be the other way, I think. I don't know. I'm going to go... Oh, God, I lost it now. I'm going to have to go look at the calendar and see if it's waning or waxing. Or my thermometer. It's got a moon phase thing. All I know is it's about we got a half moon in the daylight sky. That is just cool. Alright. I've chattered on with y'all long enough. Get a few more things done, then I'm off to work. And, yeah. This is Meg from Meg's Little House in the Country, which you cannot see because I have a very tall willow bush. And I need to trim more of those limbs off to the point where I have 2 trees. And all the energy goes to just those 2 trunks. So I can get a nice big willow tree growing here again to fill in this area where the old willow used to be. Oh boy. When you get home and you realized you forgot to change water. And that includes, I forgot to change water on the little trees. I was supposed to at least get 4 of them watered, deep soaked before I went to work today. Yes. I put water on those two, and then I forgot them. So they definitely got deep soaked. Oh boy. So now we will get the rest of the on the upside. We need to go and change my pants, put on my long pants and my shoes, and the battery should be all charged up so I can get, oh god, got a weed around this tree. Anyways, so now we are doing the pear trees. We got the cherry and the plum. Now we are doing the pear. And then we will do the apricot trees. And hopefully we will get them all. Everybody will get something. Before tonight. So yes. Oh boy. And now I've got to go and drag this down because I was supposed to water at least most of this here, all through here this morning. Put this on here for half an hour, and then here for half an hour, and then turn it off and go to work. Didn't happen. I basically put the water on and then forgot I had the water on and ran off and went to work. So now we gotta water this section of ground. Okay, there we go. We'll start getting this watered, including my irises, which actually do need watered. Oh boy. I think I probably should start putting timers, setting a timer on my phone. So 30 minutes, go change water. 30 minutes, go change water. Gotta get this watered. And see the dry spots? See how dry it looks here? It should not look this dry. It should look nice and lush like this. Instead, it is drying out. My new baby grass is all drying out. I gotta get sprinkler on here next. Oh boy. So, I had a busy day at work. How was your day? Was it busy too? Oh boy. Sorry about that. And to get even busier, look what we get to clean up. Oh boy. Yep. It's another pile of dirt left for me by the pocket gophers. Guess I better clean it up and go dump it under the elm. Bad news is I have to clean up dirt. Good news is I have dirt to dump under the elm to cover up the clay with some topsoil. Oh boy. And it's interesting things that get dug up. Look at that. That's a piece of roofing material. There's a piece of glass. Oh wow. Anyways, on the good side, look at my peas. They're climbing like crazy. They are just going. Going. Gonna be at the top of the fence real soon. Hopefully by the time they get to the top of my fence, we can, Jeez, my throat's all clogged up. By the time we get to the top of the fence, hopefully we'll have some blossoms. It'll be nice. Ah, boy. Now, how big is this tomato supposed to get? These are supposed to be cherry tomatoes, salad tomatoes. They're called patio tomatoes, and it's supposed to be a cherry tomato. So, This is already pretty good sized. I got another little one here. I mean, if this one is about as big as they're supposed to get, I'm half thinking of just picking it and letting it ripen in my kitchen window to take some of the stress off this poor plant while it recovers from whatever, you know? But it's like, I've never grown this variety before, so I have no idea how big they're supposed to get. And yeah. Oh, let's see. I wonder if I can get you to duck back under without breaking and get you back into the cage where you belong. Yeah. There we go. Now you can stand up straight. Of course, you're not going to stand up straight now. There we go. But yeah. I don't know how big these are supposed to get. This one's got a baby on it too. Oh, look at this. That's got a big one. Oh God, look at how big that one is. Definitely twice the size of this one. So, I guess that answers how big do they get? They get a whole lot bigger. I guess it's just going to be a small salad tomato. Anyways, I better go throw this garbage away. I'm going to look down here and see if we got any more ripe ground cherries. Nope, everybody's still green. Nobody's fallen off onto the ground. But boy, we sure got a lot. And they are really growing. They're filling in this area quite nicely. I like that. My honey nut squash is still growing. Not as fast as I thought it would be. I thought it would be huge and taken over this side by now. But I guess not. It's going to be another one of those long videos, folks. So just, you know, bear with me. At least my zucchinis are getting big. And looks like we got some buds down there, so we'll probably get some flowers soon. You know what that means. In 3 weeks I'll have a 3-foot-long zucchini to pick. They grow that fast. But yep, I need to start setting some timers. And getting things done. I don't know that I'll get string trimming done tonight. I might not get to it till tomorrow, but oh well. Garbage is on there. I just am so tired when I get home. But we got sprinklers moved, the water moved. Yes, I should do a little more string trimming. I'm just not dressed for it. It's actually quite pleasant out. It got up in the 90s to get around close to 90 probably today. Got very warm outside. And then breezes came in and it cooled off a little. No, I forgot to fill the bird bath. Naughty, naughty me. There's literally no water for the birds today. I better do that. Give me a minute. Okay, here we go. Fresh, clean water. That will equal happy birds. They will love it that their bird bath is full and cleaned out and ready. Now I've got neighbors coming tomorrow to help me try to find my and I really should work a little harder myself on getting all this cleaned up. Oh boy. Yeah, I've got raspberries down here. It's just trying to find them. I mean, look at that. See? There's raspberry plants down there. I gotta find them. Find everything that's alive and get it out of here. Open it up to the sunshine and so it can grow and get big and grow big plants, not big weeds. I don't want big weeds, I want big plants. So, yeah, I'm gonna gotta water tonight real good. Ooh, gotta make sure I'm not pulling up my raspberries either. Make sure plants I pull up are definitely weeds. Let's see how close to the end. I'll just throw those there. You see they're drying up. And actually they will block other weeds from growing if I get this all weeded and dug up. All right. But yeah, trying to get all this done is actually, if I water, it's going to make everything really muddy. If I water tonight. There we go. Got another pile of weeds. Got a lot of weeds to take care of. I mean, it's really good. They're just growing into the pumpkin patch too, so. Yep. It's getting out of control again. That's why I'm getting some help. These ladies are nice, you know. They come, we all sit and chat and visit, and we pull weeds. Yep. I'll get this all pulled and out of here. So, I'm trying to make it look like I've been trying to do something. Oh, boy. But, yeah, actually it is time. I got to get more cinder blocks, and let's pile up those cinder blocks so I can get that sprinkler up high enough. Be back in a second. Okay, I got my cinder block watering tower built, which is good because once the vines grow over the top of everything, okay, I got to get my hose where it needs to be. I am literally not going to be able to get in here and add more cinder blocks. I mean, usually I put a couple more and then I try to fight my way through vines to put in the last two. I just decided to get a little proactive and get them in today. Make sure I got a proper north-south orientation for the garden. And this should get everything well watered. I'm not exactly, I don't know, let's see. I got to make sure it's parallel with the fence. It's hard to tell. But I think we are. Get out here and check. Yeah, looks like we're pretty parallel. So, oh wow, look at that pretty light. The sun is starting to get low in the sky. Anyways, I'm gonna come and get the hose hooked up and get the water going and get the pumpkins watered. They need water to keep growing, and boy are they growing. They are just taking off. Well, we'll see you back at sunset tomorrow morning. I gotta weed this. I'll get back to that string trimming. I'm just tired and don't feel like doing it tonight. Honestly, I just don't feel like doing it. So I'll get back to it tonight. Okay. Let's get this hose hooked up and see if I got this properly oriented. Alright, it looks like we're going. It should be reaching all the way to the bird bath. It looks like it's getting there. And see the water drops falling in the bird bath. Now it should be reaching. Whoa, it's reaching me too. Better move. All the way to the sunflowers. So just gotta get those sunflowers nice and well watered. Needs to be hitting that fence so it can drip down the fence and water the roots of the sunflowers. So I think we got it straight. Alright. I will turn that off come early morning when I first wake up. And that should get everything nicely watered. Now let's go clean up that pocket gopher dirt. Ugh. And go dump it under the elm. Okay, we got the dirt cleaned up. Got quite a bit of dirt there. And yes, cleaned up the pile. Here's where the hole is, right here. But, yep, and it doesn't matter, a little bit of extra dirt in the ground because this was the area that got so chewed up by the voles last year that it was just full of holes and everything, and getting it leveled out is okay. So, I'm going to haul this over to where we've been dumping dirt up here. It's really nice to see actual topsoil covering the clay, and all I have to do is seed this area really good, put a few loads of grass clippings on top of it, and hopefully by next year this will all be grass. But you can see the difference. Here is where I put the pocket gopher offerings, and here is the clay. And you can actually see the difference in the two. And I just need this all looking like this. It's all got to be topsoil. So we're gonna just dump this little dirt offering right here. Okay. Get this dumped out. There we go. And I will just smooth it out here. Yeah, they chewed up some tree roots too. But yeah, we're gonna get this all up in here and just cover up this clay. And hopefully do this enough times, and eventually I'll actually get my lawn back that I had here before they dug a big hole and dropped a new septic tank into it. Here we go. There we go. Here we go. A little bit more dirt. Ugh. Just handfuls of dirt, and it's just gonna someday all be grass. All be grass again. All the way up to the tree. That used to be so beautiful, green and grassy. Just going to take a few years to get it all recovered here. I mean, if I had the money to hire a loader, a dump truck, I would have hired one back in 23 and had them just come and dump topsoil through here, and reseeded it 2 years ago, and I'd had grass back. But you know, I've just been doing this a little at a time, keep things mowed down, throw down some seed, water, and eventually everything will be green and grassy again. And this big bare patch of clay will be gone. And it'll look beautiful along this, my driveway again. But there, got another patch of dirt. One little pocket gopher offering at a time. It doesn't do any good to dig up the stuff that's out in my back pasture, because what they're digging up right now is the clay, and just putting more clay on top of it. It's just a little looser, so all I do for back there is just rake all that smooth, and then keep the weeds mowed. Best bet for getting topsoil back over there is to actually keep what the pocket gophers dig up back there, smooth it out over the top, throw some weeds and everything back there, and then just mulch them up with the lawnmower and let it slowly build. Reseed in the spring. This is drying out, so this is the next area to get watered. And yes, we are going to work this fall on reseeding this area here. You know, I had my dogs, Dax, he had a tie out on the back porch and a tie out there. He had a short one on the back porch and a long one over there, so in the winter time, I would just, he just went for the back porch one. And so his tie out area was here. So during the winter, this is basically where he peed and pooped. And it's going to take a few years for it to recover. You know, all that dog pee kind of killed off my grass. But I think it's been a couple of years since he's passed away, so you know, he passed away in January of 23. And of cancer. He's only 11 and a half. I mean, if he was still alive, he'd be, let's see, how old? He would be 12, 13, 14? Let's see, he would have been 12 and 23. Yeah, he'd have been 14 in June if he had lived to be a very old dog. He had been 14 in June. Well, anyways, yeah, next plan is to get this area seeded. I might have to dump a lot of grass clippings down here with seed in it just to get grass to take and grow. But eventually I'll get it all looking green. We'll have green grass growing in here again. But I do have to remember to water it so the grass I have planted doesn't die because I let it dry out on 90-degree days. Oops. Alright, I'll see y'all at sunset. We've got a few chores done. This is going to be a 1 hour long video, I'm afraid. And I don't know how to trim it down. You know, without... The only parts I'd want trimmed down are those long silences I leave when I forget my words. And I don't know how to just pick the little silences out and leave the rest. I'm not that great at video editing, so you get what you get. I'm going to be 63 next month on my birthday. It's August 10th. If you want to send me a birthday card, go ahead. I love birthday cards. I don't get that many anymore. About all my family sends me is a few little text messages and maybe post on Facebook saying, "Happy birthday, happy birthday." That's about all I get from my family anymore. I'll be 63 years young. I'm going bald. Anyway, that's why I wear my cute little hats, and I hope everybody likes the newest one. I made it out of the tatting type lace thread, and I think it turned out quite nice. Oh, here, I'll give you another look at it. See? I think it turned out nice. What do you think? At least it hides the bald spots. And it's a lot cooler than the other ones. My head doesn't get quite so hot. It's more breathable. The breezes will blow right through it. Alright, now don't let me forget this water. I gotta go and turn it off before we all turn into pumpkins tonight. You know, that's what happens when I get tired. I turn into a pumpkin. You know, Cinderella's coach, midnight, turn back into a pumpkin. I always joke about that. I'm going to get too tired, and if I sit down too long, I'll just turn into a pumpkin. Can you believe how beautiful my hollyhocks are? Oh, these are so gorgeous. They are amazingly beautiful. Can't wait to see what color this one is. And I'm loving these. They are just amazingly pretty. I did lose some spent blossoms. Those were the ones that are already bloomed. And as you can see, they're already developing seed pods. Got seed pods. So yeah, that's what happens. They bloom and then they go. They are so beautiful. My roses are pretty too, even though some of them are starting to fade. They're doing it gracefully. Oh, these are so pretty. Anyways, I hope your week has been going on really good so far. Dean, I've been praying for your grandson. Dean from Random Things I Do, one of his grandsons, little guy, has had a surgery and they had a few little complications. And so I've been praying for him. His name is Jackson. You can all pray for him too, that he'll recover nicely. He's such a cute little guy too. And you can go check out Dean's channel, Random Things I Do. And he'll hopefully give us some updates on how his grandson is doing. Anyways, I'll put a link to Dean's channel down in the description so you guys can all go and check it out and check out how his little guy is doing. Anyways, I think we should watch a sunset tonight, and hopefully my phone doesn't tip over. And God bless, and I will see you all on the next video. Bye-bye.